We live in the heart of Toronto.
Toronto is the urban empire.
My biggest fear of Toronto is...
Biggest fear of coming to Toronto?
My biggest fear about being in Toronto.
My biggest fear of moving to Toronto was not knowing my way around.
Miss my friends and family too much.
Overwhelming diversity in Toronto.
Getting lost. Like, I always thought that I would get lost and then never be found again. And then when I came here, I started to realize that Toronto is not as big and scary as it seems. It's actually really simple, and you can't really get lost. If you get lost on a subway.
This is my first time to come to Canada to study, so I'm come from Hong Kong. So my biggest fear is I have no family at all.
The crowds and just the amount of people that were here. I come from a very small town, so I mean, coming here and coming from there, it was completely different.
Was not being able to navigate around the city. I love how there's always something to do in Toronto and you're never bored.
My biggest fear coming to Toronto was getting into the drunk scene.
It's getting hit by oncoming traffic. Right now I think Toronto's awesome because I know to look left and right before I cross the streets. What I love about Toronto is the crazy club scene.
The subway, I've been in the subway a couple of times, haven't quite rode it yet, and I think it has really great music down there.
As the big city, I'm from a small town, so that was really scary. Living downtown Toronto especially.
Just because it's such a big city and I was scared of being overwhelmed by everything.
The fact that it's a city and I come from the country, so I knew it would be loud and lots of people and no quiet whatsoever, so I was just scared at basically the city itself.
That was just how big it was in comparison to what I was used to.
My biggest fear about being in Toronto was I've never been to Canada before, so anywhere being Canadian, I just thought it would be quite weird.
Toronto, after living in it, is actually a great city, and I'm so glad to be here.
The fact that everything is really close and I can walk everywhere, and there's museums and movie theaters.
I've been to Kensington Market, I've been obviously to Chinatown, and the multiculturalism here is extreme. I love it, and I don't plan on going back anytime soon to where I used to live.